Then 4 in a row for Kilkenny. Sorry for our Joe and Tomas McGahey here, of course, still with me in the studio. So the impressive thing about Kilkenny in this game was twice in the second half, Tipperary headed them with some fantastic scores. They went 3 points up at one stage. A brilliant point by Owen Kelly. Other scores as well. Callan threw in a point there, and it looked to me like this was going to be
Shea McGrath got one from way out in possible midfield or way back. It looked like Tipper in full flow, and they were forced the game. They were well on top, and the ball kept coming into the Kilkenny full back line to hold them. And you can see these scores come up here. Like, they have a lot of pace. Now they're doing a lot of work. Here this ball goes in here. Now this is a ball you think that Kilkenny backs are going to clear. Breaks out. Look at this is Owen Kelly at his best. Look around, you think he's going to pass it, gets back onto his favourite left side, bang over the bar. But they're as good as scores you're going to get any day. Kelly was on song today. Now he'll feel utterly disappointed tonight because he got a terrible scores. Here's another great score coming over there. Now again, Michael Cameron makes a mistake here. Cannon goes on to this. This is a great save. Or no, good point. Yes. Over. But Cannon got 3 points second half. He got a hard rattle the first half. He was starting flowing. Owen Kelly was, and Shea McGrath had a brilliant point. And as you, like with 7 or 8 minutes to go, they were up to 3 points. And you'd imagine they're going to push on.
But then, Ger, the significant events will happen in all of these big matches. The things that are going to turn a game. Benny Dunn getting sent off. That was the first time. Let's have a look at it now.
Well, these are the things that change a game around, and Tipper flying at the time. No question about him being sent off. Now, we'll see it here in slow motion.
Bit of an incident first, and then this.
Right, line ball comes down the field. Now, Tommy, yeah, right, you see the belt by Benny Dunn. No question about it. Now, what? Right, now, look what happened first. What happened first is Tommy, and this is what Kilkenny backs do. The hand is up on the back of the head. It tap into the helmet at the back of the head so that Benny Dunn can't catch it. But, right, that is a foul for Tommy Wells, but that is not how you react.
Yeah, no.
You know, the reaction was, with a reaction like that, the referee had no option.
No choice.
And no point in Tip complaining. The referee had no option whatsoever, but they sent him off. But it also typifies the tackling of the Kilkenny defence. One hand is up in the air, the other hand is up to the back of the head to shove the helmet down over your eyes.
They were at it. I mean, from where we were looking at the minute Benny Dunn came onto the field, I mean, there was a bit of shouldering between himself and Tommy Welch and stuff like that. And it continued on, but like to do something.
What do you expect in Ireland final?
I'm not saying what
it's not what you expect. It's what's right and wrong.
I'm basically saying that led to that incident, right? And it was an overreaction then by Benny Dunn. He should never reacted in that situation.
Was before that, Tommy Welch got scrubbered on the ground before that. And to defend Tommy Welch, he hopped up as quick as he could. He didn't. I'd say he didn't want that sent off at all.
Oh no, we're not arguing on
ourselves.
I'm not saying that.
We're just saying what led up. Why did Benny Dunn draw a wild stroke like this? He drew a wild stroke like this because Tommy came in with one hand and he shoved the helmet down over his eyes and Benny Dunn totally.
Be fair to Tipperary though, right? They recover from it. I mean, because they pushed on. I mean, with 14 men, you would say this is Kilkenny take up. They still went up the field and got their couple of points.
But it was one of those incidents, and I wonder what Liam Sheedy, the Tipperary manager, thought about it all. He's now with Marty.
Thank you very much, Michael. Liam Sheedy, first of all, thank you very much for joining us here. Never easy when you lose. And with 6 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, you must have thought that Liam McCarthy was going to go to Tipperary tonight.
Well, you know, these games are over 72, 73 minutes, so, you know, we never thought that for a second. You know what, we were right in there, you know. We are, you know, severely disappointed. You know, we did put ourselves in the winning position, I felt, you know, at 20 points to 17. You know, I felt the team rose it after Benny's misfortune, and it really was misfortunate. He's a great guy, and you know, I couldn't speak highly enough of him. And you know, at 20 points to 17, and then it was 21-19, and you know, a penalty was a big call, I felt. You know, I'm not saying it was a win and losing of the match, but it definitely had a massive impact. We went from being the 2 points up to a point down, and you know, probably had a few goal chances of our own, but it was goal chances of both sides. But you know, Shamey and Omer and hard luck not to find the back of the net. You know, we probably needed a goal at some stage, just to give us that bit of breathing space. But you know, from my point of view, I'm just so proud of those guys. You know, I've 35 guys in there that I felt, you know, just give everything and, you know, empty themselves completely. I just thought, you know, our backs and our, you know, I mean, they just worked, I thought, tirelessly for the team all day. And, you know, there was a lot of personal reputations out there. Obviously, we knew who we were playing, but they weren't phased one bit. This is, you know, for a team that hasn't played in there in 8 years, you know, they really gave me everything. So I am very proud, you know, immensely disappointed, but so proud.
Well, I think everybody in Tipperary will be proud after that great team performance. But to analyse what happened, I mean, the sending off of Benny Dunn was a factor, and the penalty award. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, as I said, you know, you know, the fact that Benny was sent off, I think the lads took, you know, said, right, we all need to come up an extra 10%, and you know, I felt our hurling actually improved, and we found more space, and you know, Owen on the edge of the square was winning frees and scoring unbelievable points, and Shane got a great score, and you know, I felt we were still in a really good rhythm. But you know, the penalty, as I said, you know, the goal, I felt if we stop this, I think we'll see it home. But you know, once they got the penalty, all the impetus was with them. They had the extra man, and you know, they tagged on a few points again, finishing up and got the second goal. So you know,
you had your chances of scoring goals. You found Kilkenny keeper PJ Ryan in brilliant form today, didn't you?
Yeah, he was. You know, Owen was unlucky. Larry gave him a great pass and he just slipped at that vital stage. And you know, Shamey, I thought the ball was in the back of the net. You know, and he got his hurley to it. But in fairness to PJ, he's been doing that. But likewise, Brendan at the other end, you know, made a great save in the first half. I suppose early on, just at a vital stage. But you know, some you know, it just wasn't our day. And you know, we're really hurting in there. But you know, that's sport. There's only one winner.
Well, Liam Sheedy, you're building a fine Tipperary team. Commiserations, and thank you for joining us.
Liam Sheedy, the Tipperary manager, our thanks, of course, to him. The penalty incident, then, gentlemen. Marty asked Brian Cody, was it a penalty? Brian asked Marty, was it a penalty? I thought they were going to come to blows over it at one stage. Was it a penalty?
I don't think it was a penalty, Michael, being honest with you. If you look at it again, right, I mean, everybody was screaming for Martin Cumber to come on the field. This is kind of a little bit of a hospital pass here, but look, there's a free here. This is the free, definitely, and the free was outside the box in my view, you know, so... but that was the defining moment in the game, being honest with you. If you look at it here again, you know?
Well, you see, if the free isn't outside the box, it's over carry. Yes. Because he has 7 steps taken by the time he gets inside the line.
There's the free now. There's the free. There's the free.
Free is there. Well outside there.
But after all of that, Henry still had to stand up and stick in the net.
This is the defining moment.
Like that, so, as Liam said, they were doing from 2 up to 1 down. Like he had to stick it. The whole game was hinging on it, really.
You had Owen Kelly had won it at the other end, actually, with a free to put him a point, or with a free to go for a point ahead, and he actually went for goal. Remember, and he missed the 65.
That's right.
Shefflin gets it, and Shefflin wasn't having the best of games himself today, right?
But he still
when you need it, coolness for satisfied.
You gentlemen know very well, you know, in games like this, it's an incident here, an incident there. Now, the Benny Dunn thing was unfortunate for Tipperary, had to go, but the penalty, they'll be looking at that tomorrow and next week and next month.
And you know,
there was 1 or 2 very hard tackles.
These decisions always favour champions.
Well, that's always
if you look at all sports right across the board, the decisions like this, they favour champions, and they got the look today. Now, in my opinion, and in all of our opinion here, it definitely wasn't a penalty, because he had 7 steps taken by the time he got inside the line. Either it was over carrying and a free out, or else there's a 21-yard free. To me, it's as cut and dried as that. Now, maybe if you got the 21-yard free, he'd still have buried it, because the shot he stuck. Even if you were
it was a free. There's no doubt it was a free. I just think when Tipper look back in this, right, their defining moment, right? Okay, you can say this for Kilkenny, will be those 2 goal chances.
Yes.
If they had got one of those goals,
PJ Ryan
saying that they were getting 3 and 4 goals all year, one of those goals today would have spurred them on to actually win.
But certainly it is the market champions that as soon as they see the chink of light, as soon as they got the little break, then Comerford comes on as a sub. We're saying, why wasn't he playing for the start? And bang,
he was itching to come on all day, I'd say. And again, it wasn't happening when he came on first. But like, look at this. Kavanagh here picks up the vital. Now he's got out of the line with the ball. He picks up the vital ball. Again, he was having a dodgy game. Comes in high. Tipper doing great under these all day. But once the break comes here, typical Kilkenny. Little flick inside. Larkin has a look up. Hand pass across here. No better man. He still has a good bit to do with that now. He catches and looks down. Watch what he does. He doesn't draw a big haymaker shot that's buried in the back of net. He actually touches down into the ground. Good flick. Comerford is long and rangy. He's 6'3", 6'4". To me, he's underrated. He's
what a contribution that Martin Comerford has made to Kilkenny down through the years. And even this year, the Leinster final, left off today. And it'll just show you the character he has. When he's left off, he never sulks. He's taken off, he's left off, but he comes on, he'll do everything he can for his team. I know, but even that way, that's the way he has been all through his career, and today he was a match winner for Kilkenny.
Kilkenny don't usually figure in all-star goalkeeping positions.
They will this year.
The defence is usually so good. PJ Ryan has certainly made his mark on this thing.
In all their run, they have never got an all-star goalkeeper. Maybe this year. After the semi-final stay for Owen Kelly, and
this is a fantastic pass, Cherno.
This is a brilliant carry pass.
Great catch.
Great catch to Cannon. Brilliant shot. No, that
I actually had to look again.
And we were close to here.
He did everything right, Cameron. You can't follow Cannon.
No, Cannon hit the ball absolutely in the right spot. Brilliant.
This is the Owen Kelly
great shot. Now, Owen Kelly shot was a great shot.
Slips when he
slips when he's hitting it. But PJ Ryan has really come into his own for Kilkenny this year. Semi-final, now final again. Hopefully this year Kilkenny will have an all-star goalie.
You can look at that in both ways, though, right? I mean, in the past, the goalkeeper maybe